Okay, so last time we have discussed what is blockchain, and we have covered a lot in last chapter. So inshallah, today's session we are discussing other interesting thing. And before we move forward, let us review what we had done last week. Okay.
Sure.
Uh, the mechanism of reviewing. So let us have some multiple choice question. So I will invite everyone to answer the question which will be
Mm-hmm.
appearing on our screen. So what I suggest you now, hold on, I will unmute everyone so everyone can answer. Okay, I unmute everyone. So can you please, unmute yourself? So let
Yes,
us,
I can
yes,
hear you.
let us interact, do interaction with everyone. So, okay. Now the first question we had discussed about the blockchain. Can you please answer? Blockchain is primarily defined as shared dash ledger. So you have four option available. Can you please let me know what will be the, the best answer for that?
Uh, Share immutable, immutable.
What about others?
Uh, Juna,
Juna,
Juna.
I think updated ledger. Yes,
Okay,
I
Me
think updated.
too.
okay. See, last time what we have discussed, blockchain. What is blockchain? Primarily defined as shared, we can say immutable ledger. Why immutable ledger? Because we cannot update it, we cannot
Mm-hmm.
delete it, we cannot edit it. Whenever we use word immutable, it means we cannot edit anything, we just only record any transaction. So in
Mm-hmm.
share ledger, so we have to add any transaction. We cannot remove any transaction, we cannot update any transaction. Just
Mm-hmm.
we can uh, add transaction, or we can view the transaction. That's it. So that's why we call blockchain as primarily as shared immutable ledger. Okay.
Immutable. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Now the next question, which is not a technology used to create block ledger. So we have technology ledger, we have technology Wi-Fi, cryptography, computer networking technology, which is not a technology used to create blockchain.
Uh,
Uh,
Computer networking technology.
Okay, and what about others' opinion?
which is not a technology used to create blockchain. Ledger? No. I cannot understand the question. Sorry, I will
Okay,
hear the
I'll explain
answer.
you. See, uh, uh, in blockchain, we are using some technologies, right? We have discussed,
Mm-hmm.
we are using ledger in our
Mm-hmm.
blockchain as we defined
Yeah,
in previously. The
yes,
blockchain is immutable ledger. Okay.
Yes.
In last lecture, we have discussed about cryptography. You remember, we are,
yes, cryptography.
decoding and coding something. We wanted to make sure that our data should be secure. How we secure our data? Through the cryptography. You know,
Yes, cryptography.
and
Yes.
computer network technology, we are discussing about p2p, right? Computer to computer, node to node
Mm-hmm.
transaction. So these three things we
Uh-huh.
have discussed. The wi-fi is something which is not related, this is also technology, but this wi-fi is not related
Yes,
with
exactly.
the blockchain. So this, if we discuss among all of four of them, so the wi-fi is something which is not related with blockchain. Okay.
Okay, I see.
Okay. uh,
It's not necessary.
Yes, the blockchain is a ledger can be described as what? Uh, Single, double, triple,
Triple.
dynamic. Okay.
Triple. Triple.
Very good.
Triple.
Blockchain is a ledger which we can describe as triple ledger entry. Okay.
Yes.
Now, nodes are running on blockchain must have dash on all data stored.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Consensus, hashes,
Consensus.
ownership. Yes,
The
you know,
first one.
we have to have
Consensus.
consensus all among the nodes. Okay, we have to have at least 51% consensus to record any
Yeah.
transaction, to record and add any transaction in the ledger. In fact, okay. Uh, which is the type of data that can be stored on blockchain? Medical records, ownership of tangible asset,
All
training
of the above.
certificates.
All data.
Yes,
All
you know, there is no any limit for any kind of assets data we can easily record in our blockchain. Okay, whether it is medical record, ownership, tangible asset, training as a certificate, anything. Okay, dash running on blockchain allow action to be taken on event slash transaction, nodes, smart contracts, or network printers.
mm,
On a blockchain, allow actions to be taken
no.
on
The first one,
events.
nodes running on
Nodes.
Okay, we last time we have discussed about smart contracts. Remember, a smart
Yeah.
contracts is some code, software codes which are acting on behalf of us. We are, you know, making some set of instruction within that smart code. We are making some programming on it. So the best answer, the right correct answer is smart codes. Smart contracts
Okay.
running on a blockchain allow action. You know, whatever action we have defined on smart codes, whatever action we have created in term of software, we need to make some coding on it. Okay, so this contracts action
Makes
to be
coding.
taken on events on any transaction. For example, you are going to buy any coins, any you know, ether from the blockchain. So there must be, you know, from my my nodes. So there I maybe I have restricted some transaction and writing some special codes. So my this smart codes acting on behalf of me. Okay, so it will allow
Okay.
you to make any
Okay.
transaction or something like that.
Okay.
We'll discuss in detail on a smart contract. What is the smart contracts and how it running? Okay, data cannot be changed once it's committed to a blockchain. Is true or false?
True.
True.
This
True.
is true. Yes, this is true. Once we record any transaction on blockchain, we cannot, you know, change it. The white paper that
White
was
paper.
released outline Bitcoin was created by who? Bill Gates.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
Wow. It seems he's your brother. Mashallah. Yes. Satoshi Nakamoto. He is write up, you know, this white paper on Bitcoin. And so that's why he created this application on blockchain. What year was the first Bitcoin block created? 98, 2000, 2005, 2009?
2009.
2009.
Very good, excellent. 2009 was, you know, Satoshi Nakamoto created this release node in 2008, and first block was created on 2009. Okay, this is just for our knowledge. Okay, now we are going to discuss very interesting topic, which is our cryptocurrency and blockchain. You know, what is cryptocurrency basically? You know, let us, you know, take an example of, you know, of our traditional technology, which is internet. You know, when we are talking about internet, so in internet we are, you know, because we do not have any other technology which we can easily compare with, but it is uncommon to hear comparison made between blockchain and the internet. Both are revolutionary technologies, basically, with the power of reshape the way we think, we act, and view the world. Okay, so because we
Okay.
know how internet is working, what kind of application we are using in internet, so we can easily take good example of internet, and we can easily compare internet with blockchain. So that's how we can easily understand the things. Okay,
Mhm.
now the next thing is revolutionary technology. Okay, once when internet came at that time in 90s, it was revolutionary technologies. Everyone is after him. Okay, there are everyone is was thinking what is internet, how it works. Maybe it will it will uh, grab all our what you call that rights through this revolutionary technology. It was not like that. The internet came to facilitating us. It give us uh, good comfort to help people in the way to communicate, how to people communicate with one people to another people. If before that it takes big time,
Mhm.
sometime months and years to transform one message to another person. So internet come and it give us revolutionary technology. And after this revolutionary technology, so it give us so much flexibility. In the same way, blockchain also is a revolutionary technology, and blockchain is give us flexibility to communicate with third world to another world. Like if you wanted to make some transaction from border transaction, so it give us opportunity to make some borderless transaction. Okay, so there are many similarities between internet and blockchain. Okay, in internet we have application with name of emails. Okay, we are using emails, we are uh, using Skype, we are communicating with our computer through so many applications, but all application are embedded on internet. With the
Mhm.
same way, in blockchain there are so many applications which are implemented on blockchain. Okay, if you are talking about the internet, it is consumer grade application. What is consumer grade application? Basically, this consumer grade application built on this new technology platform and deploy at the scale was email. So for example, first application was introduced in internet, it was email. We can easily communicate one person to another one. So it give us so much comfort to communication in term of communication actually. With the same way, in blockchain, the consumer grade application, we can easily say it is a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an application which is consumer grade. We can easily make a transaction with one person to another person by using of another digital currency with name of Bitcoin. Again, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital, decentralized, disintermediated, and trustless currency. You know, again, let us discuss one by one word by word. Digital means digital. It is available on over the blockchain network. We cannot touch it. We cannot download it. It is always available on blockchain
Mhm.
network. Okay, it,
Yes.
it means it will be available on each and every node. Decentralized, decentralized, as we discussed on in our last lecture. It is available on
No
each
server.
node. There is no server. Every node is become a server and become a node as well.
Mhm. A server.
Yes. Disintermediated means there is no any third party involvement. Okay, for example, if I wanted to make, for example, if you wanted to transfer some money from your bank to my bank, you need some disintermediated person, there must be some third party involvement. The third party involvement, once it's come, they will charge money. They will ask you, okay, they will demand you money, okay, we will charge this much of fees. So there is no any third parties, there is no intermediary person involved. Okay. Trustless currency means we have to trust on the system. Okay. The system is trustless. We are not trusting on any individual person, we are trusting on the system. We have full trust on the system, that the system is trustworthy. We can blindly trust on the system. If I will say, okay, I will transfer my money to Arion, maybe I cannot trust Arion, but once I will come on the system, the blockchain system, I can easily trust on the system.
So trustful, not
Trustful.
I think
We can say trustless currency means there is no any trust. Trustless means I cannot trust any intermediary, any third party,
okay, I
any
see, I
person.
understand. Okay,
we we are trusting on the system in another way.
Okay.
So that's why we can say trustless.
Okay.
Again, blockchain is the underlying security software that manage and control. Okay. See, as we discussed, and you said, we can easily manage our all kind of assets along with the currencies. We can manage medical record, we can manage our identity record, we can manage so many other things on the blockchain. So this is the security software. Basically, we can easily say this blockchain is a security software which is managing our managing our assets and control it. Okay. So I know I'm covering a lot of theory at this moment, but we will cover, we will demonstrate each and every part through some practical work. So because in a startup we have to, we have to understand all this theory thing. So please bear with me. Okay. Now, the cryptocurrency, when we talk about cryptocurrency, there are so many cryptocurrency available in the market, okay, at this moment. But when blockchain was introduced, there is only one cryptocurrency with name of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is a digital, decentralized, disintermediated, and trustless currency. Blockchain is the underlying security software that manage and control. Okay, so we already discussed this thing. So we can see that this Bitcoin are completely digital and in nature and operates like any independent currency. Okay, it is decentralized, there is no intermediary, and this is trustless. Trustless, again, if we see the definition, transactions are anonymous, thus consuming a higher level of privacy. Okay, so there is big privacy involvement. Okay, so that's why we can say trustless system. Okay, when we are talking about control, for example, as previously I said, we cannot download it, we cannot save this Bitcoin anywhere. When I have Bitcoin on the network, on blockchain network, means we are taking control of it. We have control, we don't have any physical or tangible asset available with us. This is intangible assets. Okay, the Bitcoin is intangible asset and it is digital asset. It is digital coin, digital currency, which we are taking control on it. Okay, nobody actually has Bitcoin. You cannot download it, we cannot store it on your computer even. So as I said, if you wanted to have a blockchain, so you have to have complete blockchain network available with you. Okay, remember that the blockchain is a ledger, and what is actually transfer is the control. For example, if I will say, okay, I am going to transfer 1 Bitcoin to one party to another party, one Bitcoin from Noman to Alvirama. Okay. Basically, what I'm transferring? I'm transferring control of one Bitcoin, control from Noman to control to Alvirama. But in blockchain ledger, all transaction will be recorded. Who has the control previously, and now who is having that control. Means when I lost the control, Alvirama have the control, have taken the control. Okay.
Yes.
For example, if Alice give Bob's 2 Bitcoin, Alice is a girl. Okay, she has given 2 Bitcoin to Bob. Alice transfer control of 2 of her Bitcoin to the Bob. Okay. Control is enabled through cryptography. Again, what is the cryptography? We have already learned this is some decoding and the codes which we have to decode it, and cryptography cannot, no one can understand. Only blockchain system can understand what is written, what is uh, who has the control and who don't have. Okay. When we talking about control via cryptography, when someone send you coin, they publicly place them under the control of your public key. Okay. What is public key? Public key is the address, is kind of address. Like everyone have address. You have hotmail.com, Arion at hotmail.com, Alvirama at hotmail.com. So everyone have some account with you. So this account you can easily share. Okay, you can easily share with me. So this is public account. At the same time, you have password. Okay, who have the password of your account? Only you. Okay, so the password is a private key and the email is a public key. Email you can easily share with others. The password you cannot share with others. Okay, so this is the difference between public key and private key at this moment. Okay, so in order to understand the public key and private key concept, we always remember the concept of email. Email is our public key and the password is our private key. Okay.
It's like a bank account. Yeah.
Yes. So if you can prove that you have the matching public key and the matching private key, the network lets you control the coins. Similar to this, if you go to www.hotmail.com, if you have public key, everyone knows, but no one have your private key, your password. If you enter your password, you can easily access to your inbox, right? So similar to this one, you must have one public key and one private key in order to take control on anything. This gets a bit technical quite quickly. Don't panic. Okay, please don't panic if you don't get all of this in your first pass. Okay, so please bear with me. We will discuss each and every part in detail because we are not end up in second or third class. It will continue at least for 3 months. Okay, every week, inshallah. Okay, now what is the digital currency? As we said, the Bitcoin is a form of digital currency, but Bitcoin was not the world first attempt at a digital currency. Before Bitcoin, there was so many attempts on it. Okay, like prior to Bitcoin, many other attempts had been made to create a truly fungible digital currency. Okay, the reason we hear little about these prior attempts is that they all fail to solve one critical problem. Okay, there is one critical problem. For example, let me give you one example. For example, I said this is a digital currency and you somehow you download it, okay, and store in somewhere in your wallet, somewhere in your computer. Okay, you said I'm going to spend it. You spend one Bitcoin, and but the copy still remain with you. You give me this Arion, give me one Bitcoin. Now how much Arion have? Arion don't have any account now. Okay, in fact, but he already have this downloaded currency available with him. Can he use the same currency with anyone else? Yes or no?
No.
In blockchain world, he cannot. But if you are thinking in reality, he can, because he already have it. He just, because he already download this software. This is a kind of software, you can say, right? He already download that Bitcoin. So there is double spending problem is coming. In normal currency, in normal fiat currency, once you give this currency to anyone else, it's gone from your side. But in digital, it cannot gone, right? How system is recording that it is gone from your side to another person. So this problem has been resolved by blockchain. Okay, so a currency must address the double spending problem. Any currency, if you are talking about fiat currency, Albanian lek, if you are talking about euro, if you're talking about dollar, if you have physical currency available with you, it should, if I give, if I spend, I spend it gone from my side. If I have $1,000, I spend out of $1,000, spend $100, I have remained 900. Means I cannot retake it back until unless I go and grab him. Okay, and snatch it, something like that. Okay, in digital currency, it was there. This problem was there. Double spending problem was there. But with the help of blockchain network, this problem was addressed. And it was resolved. In double spending problem, the double spending is a potential flaw in a digital cash scheme, in which the same single digital token can be spent more than once. This is possible because a digital token consists of a digital file that can be duplicated or falsified. You can easily duplicate and falsify, but in blockchain network, you cannot do it like that. This problem was prominent when trying to create a decentralized currency, but was solved by blockchain. Okay, when they have introduced decentralized network, this problem was solved by blockchain. Blockchain solved this by putting transactions, so the ledger transaction which linked with one transaction to another transaction. So it will easily classify the ownership, who owns that account, who control that level. Blockchain solved this putting by transaction in a block, verifying each transaction, and then adding these blocks to the chain. Okay, so there is chain involved, one chain to another chain to another chain. So means if someone has spent any transaction, blockchain is already recorded, and you cannot repeat that transaction again. Okay, now the cryptocurrency have some similar characteristics as a fiat currency. Number one, portability. Normal fiat currency, you have a portability, you can easily take it anywhere. Similar to this fiat currency, digital currency also have the same similarities. It's easy to move around and spend. Okay, you can easily move this currency and spend it. Divisibility, so you can spend small amounts. Okay, for example, you have cent. Okay, in blockchain, this Bitcoin also have the cent concept. Okay, if for example, if you are spending one Bitcoin, there is a small unit of Bitcoin also available with us. Uniformity, each unit of value is equal. Even if I say one Bitcoin is equal to one Bitcoin. If there is 1 cent, is equal to 1 cent. Limited supply, there is limited supply available of each currency. In blockchain also there is limited supply. Means every 10 minutes blockchain is releasing Bitcoin. Right now it's releasing 6.25 coins every 10 minutes. Means every 10 minutes Bitcoin is creating one block. As soon as Bitcoin is creating one block, it's creating one block along with 6.25 coins. And who owns this 6.25 coins? Miners. That's why they are doing mining in Bitcoin network. This is very interesting topic. We will learn it. As soon as, for example, if you wanted to involve in miner activities, so if you mine any block, the reward which you will get, it's 6.25 Bitcoin. You know how much one Bitcoin is right now, equal to US dollar?
I don't know.
As of today, it is 11,500 US dollar. So you can imagine, if you will, as a miner, if you will create any block, you win that block, how much coins you will get? 6.25, and 6.25 is equal to multiply by 11,500. So how much dollar you will get? It is,
66,000?
I'm talking about
Yeah.
I'm talking about 10 minutes, each 10 minutes transaction. Okay, Abdurrahman wanted to ask something. Let him see. By the way, Abdurrahman is my son, so he also attend this course with us. So let him see. Yes, Abdurrahman.
Oh, Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, my question was, what is miners exactly? Because when miners come in my mind, they're like, someone who's mining bitcoins. So how do you get bitcoins, by mining?
Okay, very good question, Abdurrahman. The Bitcoin, mining, it means, there are on the blockchain ledger in Bitcoin network, there are miners who are involved in computing activities. They are resolving, some problem which they have to, they have to do some kind of calculation, and once they calculation, they will say, okay, this is the result of this calculation, and all of 51% of network will say, okay, this is correct answer. Then this transaction will be add up in the blockchain network, and as soon as it add up, the miner will get his reward. Okay, now our yes. Okay, the next characteristic is acceptability. Bitcoin should be acceptable everywhere, similar to dollar, similar to euro. Last week I shared one article with brother Arion and brother Fatmir. Bitcoin is sixth largest currency in the world now. Okay, after US dollar, euro, Indian currency, I believe the Russian ruble, and another currency, and then Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sixth largest currency in the world now. Okay, so it is, obviously it is acceptable. So this is end of our this thing. So I was, I make this today's section is a little one, because I just want you to absorb all the things, and if you have any question in your mind, please ask me, and